In today's message, someone from their spirit team, I think it was their higher self, I do not know who exactly it was, but someone reached out. So one of you have posted a few different messages that pertain to you. I don't know who the person is in the vision. I could not see you. The only thing I could see was it looked like black hair, but quite honestly, that could have just been shadowy hair, not necessarily black hair. I do not know who this is for. I just know that whomever this is for, it's someone that has had multiple messages from me. And I know this because the message includes, you need to remember. There's something that you're forgetting that you need to remember. And it's important to your healing. And so someone on your spirit team reached out to me. I basically walked with you up until the memory. So this won't be something dark, but I will basically walk with you up until the point that you don't remember anymore. And then it's up to you. You have to do the research on your own to continue that memory and see if you get what you need out of it. I have to stress here a few things, and that's responsibility for yourself. So I am not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, etc. If you are having trouble remembering something, or if it's a memory that's just you need healing for, which obviously you do, that's the reason why we block stuff out, right? You need to get help. You need to talk to someone, talk to a professional. I know when they come out of nowhere, it's pretty, let's just say I've been there, done that. Okay, let's just leave it at that. If this is not your memory, please don't take it as your own. Okay, this is not, if you have no memory of any of these things, I'm not trying to instill something in you. So if you're listening and it's like, nah, I don't know what this is about, doesn't resonate or something, then maybe click off, see you on the next video or whatever. I worry about people's mental health first and foremost, and I don't want you taking on someone else's memory. I will say that I walked with you through the memory, and there was another person with us, but I do not know who that other person was. The person that I walked with had male energy. That doesn't necessarily mean it was a man. You could be a woman with male energy, but it was definitely male energy. And it was a young memory. It was, I want to say 10 or 12 years old. Like that was maybe your age. So it's just, this is important too. So when the memory started, and I'm not including this in this cut, but when the memory started, I did encounter a demon before the memory. So I guess I won't say the demon's protecting the memory. That's not what I'm going to say. I'm going to say a demon already got to your weakness. That's what I'm going to say. And this is basically, take this as a warning that you need to work on this before that demon gets stronger. I had no issues bypassing it. It was more like I would say at this level, at this point in time, it's more like you have a dark sense of humor about the subject matter or something like that. It's not crazy, control your body and everything you do type demon yet. So you definitely want to tackle this before it gets any worse. I mean, your spirit team is telling you it's time. It's time to get a move on. It was making fun of the memory, is what it was doing. And I knew immediately, this is not you. This is not you talking. It was laughing at you. That's what you have attached. Something that's laughing at your hardships. That's just to put it in perspective. Anyway, So I basically bypassed it, and then we went on and we started, and we did a walkthrough, and we walked all the way up to your bad memory. And when I say that, literally, it was like a cutoff point, and all of a sudden everything turned into some sort of anime garden, or something, some sort of really fake garden that I can't even imagine that you would think of. Yeah, so I did not see your memory, but I do know, because I've had repressed memories and stuff. I do know that when you walk through the memories, you just have to keep going one step further, one step further, one step further. And sometimes you have to go a bunch of different steps. Sometimes it's not a one and done. Sometimes you're like, okay, what happened next? Oh, yeah, I remember. Then what happened? Oh, yeah, I remember. And you might still be very far away from the actual thing you're burying that you need to heal. And your spirit team is telling you, get to it, get to work. So let's go on ahead. Let's go back to the smoky room. Shadow figures. Sand under the door. You can feel the sand on your feet when you walk in. There's sand all over the floor. Even though you're inside the house, there's sand all over the floor. I like messages for the higher good of all. And there's a sound in the room that's always going. I can't hear it, but they can. Always there. That sound is always, always, always there. Always. Always. I can't hear it. I see a white stripe on some sort of board. You need to remember you can't remember. You need to remember you can't. You have to. It's your escape. No, some things are meant to be forgotten. No, they're not. No, they're not. I see dice on the floor. Dice. CeeLo? Are they playing CeeLo? Is that what it's called? It's a dice game. The crunch. I hear a crunch from the sand. Where does the sand even come from? It's not from outside, is it? Where does the sand come from? There's sand everywhere. It's not a lot, but it's there. Where does the sand come from? You remember. Where does the sand come from? I hear more screaming. That's it, the screaming. The screaming's always there. That's what it is. It's always, always there. The minute you walk in, you hear the screaming. It's always there. Some form of screaming. It doesn't even matter what it is. Whether it's pain or laughter or animals or a tea kettle. It's just, oh, there's always screaming when you walk in. There's always screaming there. Pain. You've forgotten your worth. Or did you ever even know your worth? I see a bucket on the floor. It's a bucket you never, ever, ever look into. You're so afraid of what's in that bucket. All you can see is something dark in it, but you know what's in there, but you never, ever look. Just avoid the bucket and keep walking. She stopped once. To look at the bucket, she stopped once. You never did. You kept walking. There's the bucket you don't look into, the door you don't ask questions about, the sand you make pretend is not there, the screams you ignore. How much of this is going to be forgotten? When was the last time you saw your face in a mirror and saw yourself? Tori. I hear Tori. My recorder stopped here after saying it's Tori. But I do remember that what I said after that was Tori's the one you don't want to see. You know, if you see her, you know what's next. And then I saw Tori, whoever this was, coming towards us, and then it changed into a garden. The fake anime garden. It was so fake. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's almost like telling you, how can you not know that you're forgetting something? Anyway, I mentioned somewhere in there she went to look at the bucket. I don't know who she was. I know it was two of you walking, but I think it was two male energies walking, and I do not know who the she was. It's someone you know. Maybe a sister? Do you have a sister? I don't know. A cousin? It was someone that would have walked with you as well. Someone that visited that place as well. I took off the comments because I do not want you revealing intimate details about your life. I know that everyone wants to talk and everyone needs someone to talk to, but just don't do it on there. Do it elsewhere. Just trust me on this one. Yeah, so thank you. And hope this helps someone.